And I'm back again, as you can see. This book is 5 Crazy Nights. It's the survival guide to 5 Nights at Freddy's and other mystery games. Totally unofficial. As you can see, it has a Five Below thing right there. Let's get straight into this book. All I did was turn to the contents page, which is after this one. It says 5 Crazy Nights. The survival guide to 5 Nights at Freddy's and other mystery games, which is exactly what I just said. Oh snap, I just have to close the book. I did not mean to do it. And you just saw a fox for a second. See this page? Not important. This page, I guess important. So you can see it says contents, intro, page 4, Five Nights at Freddy's, page 7, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, page 45, Five Nights at Freddy's 3, page 45, and Five Nights at Freddy's 4, page 61. That's all the games right here for Five Nights at Freddy's. Freddy's history and creator bio, page 73. The Unlucky 13 survival horror games. How to illustrate scariness, which is page 86, and how to write a scary story, which is page 93. We are going to do one of the... Well, for this one, I'm going to do intro and Five Nights at Freddy's. But for the next episode of this, I'll do Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Next one, and I'll keep on going until I finish this book. Well, let's get into the intro first of all. These might be long episodes. Okay, I need to lay down so it's better. What kind of voice was that? I still have the box right there. All I did was I quickly ate a stack and then I got this. I didn't move anything. Introduction. Okay. For those about to be scared, we salute you. Welcome to this unique book where we explore the 5 Nights at Freddy's phenomenon. Yeah. Along the way, we'll help you get the most frightening appeal of scariness. I need a second to breathe. Okay. Indeed, videos showing people getting scared out of their wits while playing the Freddy series are as popular as the walkthroughs, which is rare Freddy games. What is it that makes us love a jump scare? How do you make something scary for kids, but not too gory? What other games feature survival or jump scare elements that have made the Freddy's game so endearing? Who came up with this clever concept of making the slightly creepy animatronic animals we all see at the local kiddie pizza joint to mimicking denizens of the dark? Scott Cawthon, actually. Well, that's not the point. We answer all this and more in the following pages. So grab this guide and bring it into Freddy's control room with you and consider it your essential survival handbook for making it through yet one more night at Freddy's. That actually took a little bit to read. And then there's this really derpy picture. The best derpy picture of body I've ever seen. Okay. 5 Nights at Freddy's. You may have been to one of those family restaurants or theme parks that feature crazy characters and costumes entertaining the kids. Chuck E. Cheese's and Walt Disney World come to mind when you're thinking of this kind of thing. Yes, it does. People dress like teddy bears. party, decorations, and pizza. The works. Five Nights at Freddy's is the story of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where instead of actual hiring people to walk around in costumes all the time, the owners of the place decide to make the animals robotic so they can walk around and entertain kids by themselves. Somehow, though, after the restaurant closes and all the customers go home, Freddy Fazbear and his fellow animatronic friends get confused when there aren't any kids running around for them to entertain. You might think the owners of the restaurant would have paid to have Freddy and his friends looked at or possibly repaired, but it turns out to be a lot easier on the ball to just hire a security guard, in this case you, to watch over them at night, make sure they don't get up to any mischief. You're in charge of a lot. You got your own office. No, your office, not your own. You've got your tablet. Laptop. I said tablet. Why did I say tablet? Okay, you don't know how much this is actually to read out loud, to be honest. To check in on all of the security cameras placed around the building, and you've got lights and doors on each side of your small office. Now, we're not going to sugarcoat things. Freddy and his friends get a bit irritational, and most of your job is going to be checking on the security cameras to make sure they're not getting in any trouble. Each of the characters has its own spot to spend the night. So if you see through the security cameras that one of them have moved, it's time to be on your guard. These animatronic animals are designed to entertain people. Since you're the only person in the building at night, they'll be coming for you. I think I may have read that too quickly to not for you guys to get it, to be honest, but oh well. Your tools and how to use them. When you start the game, the first thing you notice is your office. It's not very big, but there are a couple of important things to pay attention to. First off is your ability to turn your head. Fancy that. When you scroll the mouse back and forth, from the left to the right, back again, you'll be able to turn your head in both directions to check the doors on either side of the room. I said moon. Wait, how long do I have to go finish this? Oh, so I can't finish chapter 1 because right after this page, I'm done with chapter 1 because my phone is about to die. Next up are the very obvious buttons you can see on both sides of the room. It'll be pretty easier to figure out what they do, but just so you know beforehand, these buttons are for the door and for the lights in the hallways just outside. You're going to want to remember these buttons are there even on your first night. Before we look at what you can do by pressing these buttons, let's scroll down to the bottom left of the screen where you can see a couple of very important gauges. Last page. On this gauge, you're actually going to see some colors depending on the buttons you have pressed. The bigger that color bar gets as it goes from green to yellow to red, the more power you're using and the faster you're going to drain the battery. Doors are your last line of defense and will either stay open or shut depending on the press of the button. When you see Freddy or another fused animatronic just outside your door, you press the button and shut it as fast as you can. Just remember, you can't keep them on all night. Even keeping the doors closed will drain your battery, so you've got to be careful when you do it. How are you going to see them, you may ask? It is night time after all. And things are very dark. you're going to be able to see them with the lights on, of course. And they work just about the same way as the doors. You press the button to turn them on and press it again to turn the light off. Whichever side you're on, just remember not to keep too much on at a time or you'll lose all of your battery power. Okay, come on. In the middle of your in-game screen, you'll see a white rectangle with a couple of arrow symbols in the middle of it. This is what brings up your laptop. On this laptop, you're going to see a map of the building and where each of the security cameras are placed throughout. Altogether, there are 11 cameras you can check on throughout the night. It might be hard right off the bat to make sense where everything is placed. Try your best. The easiest way to make sense of it all is to start at the little dots marked you. Great, mosquito. Mosquito, go away. Okay, where was I? You. If you've been to a mall and looked at one of those back displays, they have to show people where all the different stores are. This probably looks familiar. That little dot is you in your office. There are a couple of cameras just outside each door of your office, so things are going to get serious if you see Freddy Fazbear or any of his malfunction friends hanging around there on either side. Your last and possibly the most important tool you've got is your ears. Yes, your read it right sounds play an important part in this game. Whether you've got headphones in or you have... Okay, I'm going to finish this sentence and I'm actually done. Or you have sounds playing from a speaker system. One of the best ways to survive Five Nights at Freddy's is by listening for footsteps coming down the hallway toward your tiny office. And that is it for my first unboxing. Just my Titan headphones, and also part of the first chapter of Five Nights at Freddy's. So, bye! Can't see me.